Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. First off, I want to say thank you for getting the channel to 1,500 subscribers. That means the world to me. When I started this wrestling channel, I didn't think it would do anything. I was just doing it for fun, making matches and stuff like that. I pivoted a little bit last year into a wrestling gaming news channel, and it seems to be working out for me. So thank you. Thank you so much. Now on to the video. So today we're going to talk about 10 reasons why I'm excited for Ultra Pro Wrestling and why you should be too. And we're just going to go through this list of 10 reasons randomly. So number 1, this is random. The game is going to launch with 100 original characters. Let me say that again. This game is going to launch with 100 original characters, all designed by one artist, and we'll get to who that is in a second. I don't think games these days, other than the WWE games, have that big of a roster. Look at any other fighting game, even though this is wrestling. Look at any other fighting game. 100 characters, and it sounds like he's trying to get them all out by launch. That's insane. And the other cool thing about that is if you look at the characters list, he has them all drawn out, ready to go. If you look at the characters list, there's not any repeating characters. There's no reskins other than the tag teams. Even the tag teams are unique and different. You can tell the attention to detail and love and thought that went on all these characters for this game. And that has me beyond excited because it adds an extra layer of passion to the game when it finally comes out. This whole game seems like there's a lot of passionate people behind it, and that just warms my heart because the thing that's lacking from most games today across the board is the passion. It's all about making the most money for the least amount of work, and that just goes for any business, but it's really apparent in video games today. So to see a team come together that are super passionate about wrestling and wrestling video games, this game should be very, very good when it comes out. It might be a little buggy at the beginning, but give it time to cook in the oven, and I think we're gonna have a masterpiece on our hands when it's all said and done. Now, number 2, the career mode. Now this career mode sounds like it could be the career mode gold standard going forward. And what I mean by that is the way it's described in the press kit is you start off in the 80s and you play through that era of wrestling with your character, and then eventually when they get to it, they're going to release 90s, 2000s, so on and so forth. I don't know how far they're going to go. I mean, we're in 2023. They might go all the way up to modern time. And you take your character and you play through their entire career. And anything can happen. If he can get what he wants done, it sounds like it's going to be a dynamic story each time you play through it, where you can go join a tag team, go to this show, that show, betray your friends, be a heel, be a babyface, all based off your actions. I don't know exactly how in-depth the final product's going to be, but in the press kit, it sounds like there's gonna be a lot in there. So I really hope he can get all that stuff in there. But he's doing it very, very smart, where he's just focusing on one era. Because if he tried to do all the eras, all the eras in one go, like at launch, then this game wouldn't be coming out until like 2026, because that's a lot of work. But since he's focusing on just the 80s at the start, that's good. That's very good. And it's another reason to bring people back as time goes on, as the new eras, I keep saying areas, as the new eras launch. And that's awesome. I love that. And it's single player. It's not some online battle pass thing. So that has me hyped, and I'll be playing that quite a bit. Number 3. Sam is going for the Aki wrestling engine feel. Now, I know other developers have tried this. The AEW game, AEW Fight Forever, is very fun, but it's just not that Aki feel that we know and love from No Mercy, WCW, Virtual Pro Wrestling, all those old games. But Sam has taken upon himself to truly recreate that feel, even to the point where people are saying he's just ripping it from the old game. That's how good he is. That's how good he's been doing at getting the animations right and the gameplay right. So that I would take that as a compliment if I was him. So we're gonna get a true Aki successor with this game, if he can get it polished and all that stuff. I think the game at launch might be a little wishy-washy, but as time progresses, he's going to get it perfect. You could just tell you could see how much progress he made from when they first showed it in the Kickstarter to that showcase. It's only been a couple months. So I think in the final product, this game's going to just hit on all cylinders. If you look at the footage from the showcase, the animations look really, really good. It seems a lot faster. It just seems more like a modern version of that game rather than a remake, even though it's not a remake. You know what I'm saying. Number 4. Now that artist I was talking about earlier, Hal Haney. If you don't know who Hal Haney is, go look him up. He is an amazing artist that draws tons of wrestling content, and I would love for him to do the banner and logo and everything for my channel. But I know he's a busy person. I'd pay him to do it, but I would love to see his version, or what he would see my Strizer and my Strizer, my 2 Strizer characters, would look like in his art. And if you wanted to, I'd just send all my characters to him to draw. That would be really, really cool. And a dream come true for me would be to have my main 2 characters in Ultra Pro Wrestling. That would be awesome. I would love that. But they got enough crap going on. So anyway, amazing art style, amazing artist. You can go buy. He has his own website. You can go buy all his art. Not sponsored or anything. He seems like a really cool dude, and he's part of the reason why we're getting all those real wrestlers as DLC, which we'll get to in a minute here. Now, number 5, full body morphing for the creator wrestler. Now, I have been harping on this for every wrestling game. If you've been watching on the channel for months now, I don't know why they took it out, other than to pander to the modern society of, oh, you can't look a certain way, or otherwise I'm triggered and all this stuff. I get it. They got a public image to uphold. They're a massive company, WWE. Why they don't allow that? Even the AEW game, which I thought would have body morphing, is very, very limited. I was shocked. Like, I thought they'd have a lot more involved, at least with that. I mean, I understand no parts, because they were rushed making anyway, I don't want to get into that. But body morphing? Why is that so hard? And then a game like Street Fighter 6 comes out, and it gives you can morph everything. You can make a total freak. And it's like, whatever. Since this game is not going for that super hyper realistic look, I feel like they can get away with freaks and body morphing. My only concern about the body morphing is that it's all in one and not individual parts. Because in the showcase, it just shows the whole body scaling to a certain size rather than it actually being certain body parts, like the arms, legs, the bust, the butt. That'd be kind of funny. Have just a huge ass and a tiny little waist. That could be your whole gimmick. You could be the what is it, Ass Man 2.0, right? That'd be kind of funny. But yeah, so that's my only concern with the body morphing. Other than that, they're on the right track. I can't wait to play the final product. Number 6, tons of real life DLC characters. Now, I've been harping on this in the past couple videos, and I think I kind of pissed them off a little bit, just on the pricing. And I feel like this is the only thing that was, had me concerned. But they are doing something very, very cool with the DLC, and that's they're splitting the cost, or not the cost, they're splitting the revenue 50-50. Typically with a game like this that would use someone's likeness, they'd probably give them, I don't know, like probably 5% or something. I'm not a game developer, I don't know how that works. Then they have a sign-on bonus. The way they're doing it for Ultra Pro Wrestling is every wrestler that they sign for the game, so the reason why they're DLC only is because all the revenue from that downloadable content is going to be, like I said, split 50-50. That is very, very cool, because there are a lot of wrestlers who gave their bodies and lives to wrestling, and some family members lost their loved ones that were wrestlers that are being reached out to. It could bring awareness to those wrestlers to help them financially that might be in financial trouble because they didn't become a John Cena, they didn't become a Hulk Hogan, and are timeless and could just go do a commercial and get paid millions of dollars. So this is really, really cool of Hyper Focus Games, Ultra Pro Wrestling, to reach out to these wrestlers and really help them out financially. If you want to think about it, it's like paying respects to the old school wrestlers that came before, and that's huge. That's awesome, and it's very noble in my opinion. So yeah, that's the reason why all the real wrestlers are DLC. Their budget is not that big. It's just the Kickstarter budget and whatever they get from Patreon and maybe some other stuff that we don't know about. But that way, they don't take a piece of what the main game gets. It's all based on the DLC. So based on the pricing and how they go about marketing and all that stuff, I think they're on the right track. But we'll see. And I'm excited for it. More wrestlers, the better. And again, all those DLC wrestlers they put in the game, you'll be able to use their creation parts. That's awesome. At least that's what I think he said. I believe he said that, yeah. I don't know why you couldn't. That'd be weird. Number 7. They plan to have an online show, weekly show, where a player can be the champion and they have to defend their championship every week. I think they're going to change that because committing to that every single week, unless they have a huge crew to run it for them, that's going to be kind of hard. That's going to be very difficult running a weekly show. In the area I live, there is a wrestling promotion, an indie wrestling promotion, that they used to do weekly shows every single week. And a lot of people can't make it every week, so the ticket sales would kind of be like this. So they switched to a bi-weekly, and I think now it's only once a month, if I'm not mistaken. And they make a lot more profit that way because they only have to show up once a month and they sell out. The entire arena sells out because people can't make it every single weekend, you know. And it was on Saturday nights too, so a lot of people want to go do stuff. So this whole thing is going to have a champion. And that's really, really cool because this could become like a whole show in itself. This could be a whole YouTube show, like a whole channel in itself, like Ultra Pro Wrestling, the show. And it's all just gamers playing and having fun. That's cool, and that's very ambitious. And I'm curious to see how it turns out because it all depends on how fun the game. Everything is riding on the gameplay and how fun it is and match types and stuff like that. If you can keep the player base engaged like for at least a year, that show thing will blow up and you might be onto something. That I'm very excited for that. I don't play wrestling games online anymore, or any game online anymore for that matter, unless it's an MMO or something. I just don't play competitively anymore. I was pretty competitive in my younger years, but my old man me, I get too mad. But this would bring me out of retirement. This would make me want to play this, just to be involved in this, just to have fun. Like, not even for the channel, but just to have fun, man. And this is another way to promote this game. They could get the community, the YouTube community, the content creators to come in and really promote the game. I mean, this week we're going to have Assemble on here to defend this title or to wrestle for the title. And that could really bring in eyes and really promote the game and make the game just blow up. I mean, Assemble, Kenny Bomb, Chris Danger, BDE, all these huge wrestling YouTubers, they would probably be totally down for that. That'd be really, really cool. I think I just came up with a golden idea for you guys, if you haven't thought of that already. What a great way to promote the online mode, to really try to feature different YouTubers every week or every other week. That'd be a great way to keep that thing going for years and years, because, yeah, I'm down. I'm down. And then, let's see, number 8. Another huge thing that they're doing that has me excited is they're keeping us in the loop for this game. They're not just being quiet and not saying jack like a certain other developer, but there's probably reasons for that. They're fully transparent, letting us know what's going on, whether it be from Patreon or just them talking in interviews and stuff like that, just to really hey, this is what's going on. That goes a long way, and it's it kind of helps them on their end, because then we're not like, well, why is you said this and then it looks like this or this happens. No, just let people know what's going on, and you get more sympathy that way, and you get more people willing to deal with whatever comes, right? So I think that's really cool. My only gripe with being kept in the loop is I want to play it now. I don't want to wait, right? Like, I want to play it now because it gets me hyped and more excited, but that's the whole point. So it's very cool that they're being transparent, and I appreciate that very much. Number 9, the Creation Suite. On top of the awesome wrestling character suite, the create a character, create a wrestler, or create a superstar if you're WWE, I believe it's going to have create arena, create a show, and my brain is frying right now, but create a belt also. I don't see why they wouldn't. I don't know if these are all going to be available at launch, but I know that there's something he wants to add eventually, right? And it'll come. I mean, I think this is a project that he's going to work on probably for the rest of his life, like, to be honest, unless he makes a sequel or decides to work on something else, like if the game flops or something, which I don't think it will. There's too much good stuff going for this game to have it flop. I think this is a home run. Just take your time and get it right. You know, right on the, because first impressions are everything. If AEW didn't teach us anything, first impressions are everything. If you have to delay it to 2025, hell, even 2026, delay it. Get that perfect right out the gate, and I promise you, you have a golden goose. You're going to be super successful. This game's going to last for years. Just stay the course. Number 10. I've been saying this through this whole list. I have my phone here with the list I made. They plan to continuously support this game with content for years to come. I don't know, but I think that's all dependent on how it's received. Like, if it comes out, people don't like it. You know, people like what they like, unfortunately. Like, AEW, super fun to play, but the lack of creation options is why I moved on, because I love making characters, and there's like 2 options in each category. Literally, if everything else in AEW was exactly the same, but it had the create a character better than any other game, or even comparable to, let's say, 2K, I'd still be playing it because the gameplay is super fun. That's the only thing that made me stop playing that game, despite the crappy pin system, the counter system that I suck at. Oh, get good. I'm trying. But yeah, other than that, the only reason I stopped playing AEW was because no creation options. Like, there's nothing to do. Like, what do I do? The career mode's super short. The Stadium Stampede, like I said, I don't play online very much. I tried it a few times. It was okay. But yeah, for the most part, for me, the biggest thing is Creation Suite. And Ultra Pro Wrestling looks like that's the main focus. So I'm super stoked for this. But yeah, if he plans on releasing continuous content, new creation parts via the new DLC characters, and all sorts of stuff, this could be the best wrestling game ever made. If you like the art style and that gameplay style. Because I know the art style is not for everybody. But for me, this is like my most hyped game in the last 10 years. Because as much as I like the 2K series, it's always missing that one thing. It's always missing one or 2 things every year that make it perfect, you know? And then when they update it, they break it, or something's broken at launch, and they don't fix it. And then by the time the next game comes out, there's still a few things to fix in the old game, like universe mode. It's just, I don't know. I'm very happy that this game is being made. If I make a video talking about something negatively, it's because I just want the game to be the best it can be. Yeah. So those are 10 reasons why you should be excited for Ultra Pro Wrestling. I'm very excited. If you haven't noticed, made quite a few videos on this. I wanted to make this right after the showcase, but just work keeps getting in the way and time keeps flying. It's like, crap, it's been like a couple weeks already. But yeah, these are 10 reasons why you should be excited about this game, and why I think this has the potential to be the greatest wrestling game ever made. Thank you for watching, and stay frosty.